What is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Rookie minicamp is underway. Very excited. I've already seen some, obviously it's the first day for everybody. So I know we got the new numbers today. If I could look for it real quick. I just had it on my phone and I think it disappeared. Yeah, so the new numbers for the Eagles. So Jordan Davis, number 90, Cam Jurgens, 51, Nakobe Dean, number 17, Kyron Johnson, 58, and Grant Calcaterra, 47, which is pretty cool. Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean did fly in today for rookie minicamp, which is great. And they walked in there together. There was video on them walking in there together, which I thought it was really cool as well. But on the other home front of increasing this roster, really adding much more to it, we don't know what's going on with James Bradberry. It looks like he will get released this week. The Eagles, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, if the Eagles have interest or, if this is fake or whatnot, I don't know what's going on. But if the Eagles have legit interest, I guess they'll go after him. But I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see, though. Let's go down versus a big year for Hurts. Definitely, man. I appreciate everybody being in here, by the way. Definitely appreciate it. Hope you guys aren't too busy today. I didn't want to annoy everybody with the stream today, but rookie minicamp is here, and I know it's nothing to be that excited about, but I get excited about this stuff because I'm really excited for the players and the rest of this roster that's coming in, and this is where the rookies come in and they kind of learn the terminology of the playbook and how they do things around Philadelphia. So very excited for it. Got Daniel Belfield. What's going on, man? Eddie Price, what up? What up? Cameron says, let's go get Bradberry. I'm all down for it, man. I'm all down for it. So that's what I heard. I heard that Washington has a lot of interest in Bradberry. So it might be between the Eagles and Washington. And hopefully he goes to the better team if that's the case. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. We'll see. Lemon says, everybody, hold on. Everybody's so upset that Dean not injured, and I'm laughing. It's so funny, dude. Like, how the hell? I don't know how his name got slandered. I mean, somebody started this rumor that his pectoral, and they're talking about his back and his toes, and there was a lot of stuff going around that was not true about Nakobe Dean at all. I mean, not at all. I mean, it wasn't even partially true. It kind of makes you wonder, like, the Eagles just stole Nakobe Dean in the third round of the draft. It's just crazy. Sorry, I don't have an overactive bladder. Oh, that's my ad just came on my phone, so I don't know if you heard that or not. If you have an overactive bladder, I'm like, no, I don't. Which I think is awesome. We'll see. Brandon Peck says 11-6, 1 playoff win. Cameron Holmes says Grant got to change that number. What number is he again? Ron says streaming like a mofo. Bro, yeah, dude, every day, man. You know how it is. Trades a trade for Chuck Clark and sign Bradberry. Yeah, that would be what it's supposed. That's I get it. That was what we should do that, but depending on how much money it's going to cost when you have to give up, I don't know if the Chuck Clark thing is going to actually come true, even though if he's up for a trade and they and the Eagles have interest, which there hasn't been any rumors about them having interest, but we'll see. $4.6 million for the year, and really cheap. And you can move him all around the field. He could play corner. He could play safety. I mean, you can move him all over the place. Junior, what's going on, man? What's going on, bro? He said, "Hey, Joey, happy Friday. 13 and 4. Let's go. 13 and 4, man. I thought last year everybody was saying over 10 wins, but 13 and 4, man. I guess we have a lot of faith in our offense, Nina. Definitely. Like I have this team can go 8 to 10 wins, 10 plus if they really surprise me and really get this thing going. It's really just going to be about consistency. If Jalen Hurts doesn't miss receivers, we're going to be one of the best teams in the league, 100%. So I definitely agree with that. I really do. I feel like there is a legit shot. We have Dr. Heldon says, well, from San Diego, Joey, what's going on, man? What's going on, bro? How you doing, dude? Cameron says, Slay and Bradberry top duo. It would be a good duo. Nash says, I shut Bradberry, got released, Shakes. Yeah, I don't think he got released yet. Unless something just happened just now. I have no idea. I don't think anything happened yet. No. Let's see. Eagles Fly say, hey, Shakes, what do you think about NFL in Germany? I've never really thought about it, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it could happen. GJ said, what up, Joe? Do you think we select the QB next year, and what's your confidence level in Hurts moving forward? I mean, as of right now, dude, like, this is what I kind of wanted. I wanted Jalen Hurts to start this year, and, it's just gonna come down to consistency, anticipation on throwing, and, just not missing receivers and not overthrowing and underthrowing and being accurate. I mean, really at the end of the day, for what Jalen Hurts has in this offense this year, especially trading for AJ Brown now, there's really no excuse for him for what these weapons that he has that he's going to fail. He really can't fail. So, we'll find out, what happens. But, yeah, they have 2 first-round picks. Just say if Jalen Hurts works out, you don't have to touch these first-round picks next year. That's what I want. I want Jalen Hurts to work out because, number one, he's already in the building. He's been here a few years already. And it would just be so much easier if he could just get better and just be that franchise guy for us. So, and then if it doesn't work out, you draft a quarterback next year, that is already going to be on a really good roster offensively because they get a quarterback next year. You're going to have the offensive line, you're going to have the running backs, and you're going to have the weapons at wide receiver and tight end to get it done and to build around that QB. So, I think it's a win-win for the Eagles, but it's going to take a longer time to compete, definitely. So, Lucas said Bradberry going to want to win, so he's going to be an Eagle. I mean, that's what I'm guessing and hoping. You know what I mean? 47 is ugly for a tight end. No, that was I thought we had another tight end at 47. I forgot. Oh, it was Nate Gary. No, it was Nate Gary. You're right. Shoot. Vic says new headset and mic. Dean is gonna wear 17 in case nobody said anything about it. Yeah, it don't matter, dude. No, this mic is actually a cheap ass mic from Amazon that I'm probably gonna get rid of soon. And this mic I've had since like a few months, a year, maybe more. Philly Juan, what's going on, man? Kriya says, stay away from cornerback. What is up, Eagles and Commanders want to steal my cornerback? Well, I mean, at the end of the day, the Giants are saving $10 million from releasing him. So it's not like they're getting nothing out of it. They're saving cap. And, the Giants, I guess, are cap strapped as of right now. I haven't checked their cap space. I know the Giants have been trying to work on some type of deal with him this past week, or at least trying to work on retaining him back. But I don't know. I heard that he wants like over $10 million a year. So I'm not really true. I don't know. Bill says to get out 13-4, it's all going to come down to the coaching. The play calling has to be better on defense for sure. And if not, we're gonna need Gannon gone. No, 100%. I definitely believe that because I think Jonathan Gannon's on the hot seat. I think Shane Steichen, the offensive coordinator's on the hot seat as well because I don't trust that guy as far as I can throw him. I really don't. I don't trust that guy whatsoever because look, Jonathan Gannon has so many more defensive pieces this year. Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis, Kaiser White, Hassan Reddick. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if you can't get it done for what you have right now, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a big, big problem. So, and then offensively, Gannon's got to treat Devontae Smith like the number one receiver. At least that's what he didn't do last year. Rager was treated like a number one. So they have to get these wide receivers. The play design has to get better. The route combinations have to get better. They have to run a little bit less and pass a little bit more. I understand that they ran a lot last year, but they're definitely with AJ Brown now. You could do play action. You could do so much more with this offense to keep defenses on their heels. So we'll see. We'll see. Yo, Mayor, what's going on, man? Say, hey, Joey, the Eagles signed linebacker Edge Ali Fayed. Dude looked like a dog. You got to check him out. Yeah, I got to look at him. I did hear his name coming around. Cruzan said we better not let Bradberry go. It's probably going to happen, dude. It's probably going to happen. I mean, it probably will happen. You guys have been trying to trade him regardless, so it might actually happen. This says Nick has done a decent job with the offense the last half of the season, but he has to start strong and finish strong, not have these slow starts. Well, from what's going on with the play calling, it's really Shane Steichen calling the plays and Nick kind of, I guess changing it up if he has to. It's really on Shane. It's really not on Nick too much. Ron says, is Bradberry really that solid? I know nothing about him. No, Bradberry's solid, man. It's just, I think it's just contract situations right now. I mean, it's really it. I think it's just contract. It's cap for the Giants. It's just that they're in a little bit of cap strap right now because they need to free up more cap. They release him. They get $10 million. Nicholas Fly says Brady is playing in Germany this year versus Seattle. Interesting. I didn't even know that. Oh, that's why you're talking about NFL in Germany. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. Bear says, Joey, what do you think about that 6'9" tight end we signed? Who are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. Not the one we drafted. If there's another tight end we got in the building, I have no idea. Probably not going to. I mean, I haven't heard much on another tight end that's really going to do much of anything. I think Grant Calcaterra is going to. I mean, I think he's going to be in contention to at least try to start. I mean, to be the backup number 2 this year, if that's the case. So it says, Joey, I think the Eagles. Joey, I think the Eagles are Memphis Grizzlies of football. We're very young. I totally agree. Cruzon says, Bradberry is good. We just didn't have the pass rush. No quarterback can cover for 8 seconds. No, I mean, that was us last year, too. We didn't have a pass rush last year either. And we had our cornerbacks were like pretty much the highlight of our defense last year. But unfortunately, we just couldn't get it done, Baron says, Joe, what's going on, Baron? Tavon says, is there any setbacks on linebacker Dean? No, he's a full go, man. He's full go, ready. He's full 100%. Totally fine. A says Trey Burton had it before. Oh, okay, you're right. I was just thinking about Trey Burton that had that number 2. Goss said Casey is pursuing Bradberry. They're pursuing everybody, bro. They're pursuing everybody. Limicott says no setbacks, Taylor. Limicott says it wasn't a tear, just a strained pec. He's perfectly fine. Bradberry should be getting cut this week. That's what I'm hearing right now. He should be getting cut this week. Darrell Brown says it's all on Jalen Hurts now. 100%. No faith in McPherson? I mean, I'm not saying I have no faith. I mean, I think there's good young corner room. I'm just stating what the Eagles are doing. I'm not saying that that's what I want, but I wouldn't mind it. I want to let these young guys battle it out. I definitely want to let these young guys at McPherson, even Tay Gowan, and the corner that we got from LSU we trade at the trade deadline that played opposite of Stingley. Him as well, McCain, Kane as well. So that they got a lot of young, young corners that, are going to compete. And, I want to see this young talent kind of develop a little bit. So Roland says, how much is the offense in the OC versus Nick? I think it's more Shane Steichen than it is Nick. So I think Nick makes the adjustments for plays, but Shane calls 5-6 plays straight that he knows he's going to call. Darrell Brown said we got to do something at safety. I mean, I think due time we will. Jason, what's going on? Jason said, what up? What do you think about rookie Job at safety? I don't know. Very inconsistent. He hasn't played that safety spot a lot. I think he's played more corner than safety, but he can play both. He's a little small. Like I said, he's not as consistent at corner. So I don't know what he's going to do at safety, so I'm not really sure, but he could move to that position if they need him to. A says, to be honest, I feel Hurts, even if he's better, he will only be an option for the Eagles for the next 2 to 3 years before they look for something new. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, how much better are we looking this year? I mean, I'm looking at 3,300 yards with, maybe 26 to 30, 26 to 35 touchdowns this year, if that's even the case, for Jalen Hurts. I'm saying passing touchdowns. I'm not saying rushing. You know what I mean? So I got to see a big step in his pass game. I have a lot of faith in his run game, in his read options, hold on to the football and making plays and being that, and being a, just a runner in general. But when it comes to his passing, I got to see more. Brown says, is it wrong with Mark Seifert, Dean, than Davis? No, there's nothing wrong with that at all because Dean was supposed to be a higher draft pick. I mean, really, at the end of the day, Dean was supposed to be a higher draft pick, at least somewhat of a top 14 prospect in this draft. So there's, of course not, dude. I mean, I'm excited for both of these guys. I mean, I've been more of a Dean than a Davis fan just because I love defensive linemen. That's just my thing. But Dirtek says, is that true? Remember the play calling being an issue early in the year, but did Nick turn it over? I think it might have been Nick turning it over. It might have been. I don't know what happened at the beginning of the season because they weren't running the ball at all. They were passing way too much. We looked too one-dimensional. So Big Play Bane says Bradberry's above average, made top 100 2021. Limit says Eddie, he gets a year trial because the QBs next year are generational. Rich says, I see a trade of Patriots and the Eagles involving a corner for Dillard or Driscoll. Dillard, I can see. Driscoll, no, because he is starting at right guard right now. Unless, Driscoll is too valuable just because he plays right guard and right tackle, and I think will be the future right tackle for this team once Lane retires. That's just me. Dillard, he only plays the left side. Is only can play left tackle. He can't play guard. He can't play the right side. So I think dealing Dillard is going to be more fortunate. Dr. Q68 says, how come Nakobe Dean is not signed yet? What is going on? Well, I mean, he's practicing, so he's got to be signed. I didn't see anything about him getting signed either. I didn't see anything about that he signed his deal. So maybe he did, and they just didn't post it, I guess. Killer Ghost says Howie put out a statement that Rager is going to be on the 53-man roster. Yeah, I know he put out the statement, but at the same time, I'm not going to go out there and say that, that he's going to be on the team. I mean, as of right now, there's a lot of depth at receiver. I mean, there's a good amount of players at receiver right now. So I don't know how he's going to survive. Not even on special teams with Devon Allen and now Britton Covey. That's going to be on special teams now. So I don't know if there's any room for him anymore. I've been hearing some talks about the Falcons could be looking for a trade for a wide receiver. We heard the rumors about, looking for the availability for, Jalen Reagor. But at the same time, dude, Howie's not going to say, oh, yeah, we're trading him. He's not going to say that. He's going to say nice things about all these players, regardless of what he feels. So G. Dave says, do you think the Hurts pass for 20 touchdowns, maybe 10 interceptions will get his contract extension as franchise QB? Yeah, I think he could. I think 25. I think 25, 26 to 35 touchdowns could get it done. That's a good year. It's not a bad year. Just depend. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good year. You know what I mean? Just depends. Depends how the defense plays. Depends what Jalen Hurts does with his passing. It all depends. Eddie Edwards says, to be honest, Esri Blankenship Eagles sign really looks nasty. The game film looks crazy. I got to check him. I haven't checked him out. He's one of the undrafted guys I didn't check out either. Trans says, I hope Hurts can stop running and stay in the pocket. Ace Holmes looking forward to hearing Mario win out cornerback too. That's what everyone's looking at. Mario Goodrich, undrafted corner from Clemson. He got the most guaranteed money. And for the undrafted guys, I think $216,000. So they paid him a good amount. There's a text that who was the corner last year in Dallas picked up for like 200 yards and a half, 200 yards and a half hour before the Eagles finally benched him. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who. Grant said, yo, Joey, how are you today? Really ready for Friday the 13th franchise? Can't wait till you get the podcast up. Scary Movies Galore. Oh, yeah, I'm pumped, dude. I'm pumped. East Marin's not looking good. Reese says, Rager will turn heads next season. I traveled 8 miles in the DeLorean. Trust me. Randy says, Bradberry is going to the Raiders. Cal Goat says, Hurts 3-4 touchdowns, 3,800 yards, 9 interceptions, 7 rushing touchdowns, 600 rushing yards. Book it. That'd be fantastic. That'd be a better year than I thought he was going to have. He says, I'm just wishing we can get Chuck Clark. That'd be versatile. Oh, yeah, 100%, because I would like to get a safety that moves around. I'm not really interested in signing a Landon Collins or something like that. I'm not really interested in that too much. Mayor says, John, from Penn State basketball team. He's actually pretty good, but he has tight experience because the Navy wanted to sign him and play. He's 6'9", 240. He has good athleticism. Wallace 2K said, I'm just happy we have 2 first-rounders next year. We are in such a good position. Nazaruma says that Hurts throws over 4,000 yards. He will be our QB going forward. Just don't force it. AJ Brown to take your reads. Yeah, I know. He's got to just pull the trigger when it happens. I mean, that's really it. So, Eagles Flash says Philly Hunter says Goddard benefits the most out of AJ Brown trade. Do you agree? Oh no, I definitely agree because I mean the most teams are doubling him as well. I mean there are times where they're doubling him. So I think Goddard's going to be open a lot. I mean with AJ Brown there now, I mean who are you going to cover? It just really depends on matchups. Eagles fan says the Eagles aren't trading Dillard. BTS says start Sam Howell. Limit says I just don't understand why people think Hurts is going to turn into a throwing QB only in one offseason. Brand Peck said Chase Sr. had Jalen Hurts at 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Limit says it's like Ben Simmons draining threes in practice. Randall says, what's going on, Randall? He said, what up, Joey? What's going on, man? Roland says rookies don't have to be signed right away. The rookies that already signed is actually really early than normal. Eddie says, I'm looking for Hurts to pass 3,900, 23 touchdown rushing for 596 rushing touchdowns. Eagles fan said Dean signed 3 years, $5.2 million. You don't have any leverage when you're a third-round pick or later. Nah, you don't. Unfortunately, you really don't. Barron says, do you think there's a good chance that Lane Johnson retires after this year? Driscoll takes over next year. Next year is Driscoll's final year on his rookie deal. I mean, I don't know. Depends how Lane feels. Depends if he gets injured again. I don't know what's going to happen. But I think Driscoll is the future right tackle. And I think Driscoll's not going to be expensive either, just because he's played, but I don't think he's going to get some type of big contract. He'll get like a contract like Isaac Samalo got. Maybe making like $7 to $8 million a year. It's not going to be much. I think Driscoll will be somewhat cheap. So JF Frederick says, yo, what's going on, man? We got a super chat from T.L. Hopkins. Thank you so much, man. He says, have you seen Calvin Austin? 3 highlights. Sheesh. Yeah, he's good. I think he went to Calvin Austin, he went to the Jags, right? Practice squad. You went to the Jags, undrafted. I think that's where he went. I'm not sure. I think that's where he went, though. Appreciate the super chat, man. Easy money's back. He says Carson Cannon strong. Joe says, I know he was on the Giants. I'm a Giants fan. That's what I'm telling you. He regressed a lot last season. He's not worth the money. Well, he's not worth over $10 million a year. I wouldn't pay him over $10 million a year. I'd put him on a cheap deal. I'd be fine with him on a cheap deal. With the Eagles, I think he would work out because I think with a good defense around him, he would be a nice bridge corner. But I know he's probably looking for a little bit more money. So we'll see how the whole thing goes. Jerry says Jalen Hurts will not be here after this year. I wish he was the guy, but he is not. Limit says easy money, a Carson Strong fan now. Jan says Kyron Johnson said a lot of people don't think he can get after offensive linemen. He is there to prove them wrong. He has an attitude of confidence. Yeah, Kyron Johnson is going to be really interesting just because Kyron Johnson, I think, has a really good first step. He runs a 4.38. I mean, he is quick, really quick. Kind of small for a defensive end, just a little bit. But he has a lot of – I mean, the Eagles traded up for him in the 6th round and for a reason, and he's got a lot of edge to him. So I want to see what he does. I think at the end of the day, he will be a rotational defensive end if that's the case. So Ron says, do you think they'll start Mario opposite Slay if we don't land a cornerback? I mean, I think I don't know if Mario Goodrich is going to be the guy, but I mean, he's showing promise that he should have been like a 4th-round pick, this year. And, there's going to be a lot of good competition with Zach McPherson, Tay Gowan, and Kane, and, a couple other guys. So we'll see. Trey Smith says Hurts is holding the Eagles back. I don't think he's holding the Eagles back. I mean, look, at the end of the day, he's only played a year and a half of football. I mean, that's it. I critiqued Jalen Hurts. I critiqued him last year. Early last year, I didn't critique him just because it was still his rookie season. Only played a few games in 2020, 4 to 5 games. Then by the end of the season, I really wanted him to kind of show up a little bit more. And thought he did an okay job. It was a lot better the year. I think he had a stronger year at the end of 2021. But I think as of right now, this is it. This is now or never for Jalen Hurts. And that's it. The Eagles have 2 first-round picks next year and a 2nd, so they have compensation for a quarterback if they need to go after one next year. Well done, Production says, I'm saying he regressed because he was on the Giants. He will be fine on the team that's doing something. Oh, Austin went to the Steelers. Sorry, I thought he went to the I might be thinking about somebody else. I thought he went to the Steelers. I mean the Jags. My bad. Sports Fan Mark says, last year we all thought Eagles medical staff was worse in the league, and now we're all pumped. They say Dean can play today. That's nuts, dude. I don't know how the hell this even happened when the Kobe Dean. Joe says, be careful with James Bradberry, Eagles fan. Trust me, he did not do good things against the Chiefs or the Chargers that last season. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This might be all fake news with the Eagles being interested. So I don't know. It says they're going to aggressively pursue him, but at the end of the day, they've been trying to aggressively pursue everybody coming out of free agency, and they never picked them up. So I'd rather have Xavier Rhodes or I wouldn't mind James Bradberry. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I think the better fit is players that have played with Jonathan Gannon. I think, Xavier Rhodes fits that mold because he is a bridge cornerback that could probably play well in a system because Xavier Rhodes is not what he used to be. But I think with a nice defense built around him, he'll play a lot better. So, well done says, stop, bro. It will be fun. Eric says, if we get Bradberry, we'll definitely go to the playoffs. It's not saying if we get Bradberry, we're automatically playoff contenders. I mean, it's just, we get Bradberry, we're sure up that, that second cornerback spot that we really need right now. So, Kurtaga says, Joey, also agree with easy money. Hurts is weak. Hurts is the weak link if he is on a pass offense. We're going to find out this year, man. We're going to find out. Eagles Fly says, what's your opinion on Landon Dickerson? Will he be elite at left guard for 100%. I mean, they're not moving him. Because I remember when Brandon Brooks got hurt in that 49ers home opener last year that I was actually at that game. They put Dickerson at right guard, didn't play well. And then they put him at left guard when Samal got hurt. And He played really good. I'm keeping him next to Jordan Mailata. I'm keeping him right next to Jordan Mailata. I am not moving him from that spot. Well done, says Bradberry will be fine as the Eagles cornerback too. Limit says Marcus because he struggles to throw the football simple. Joseph, I love that all of these Eagles fans, every big contract giant sign was a bust. Get them inside James B and to the big contract. Clay says there going to be any video of practice. There are videos up on Twitter right now, as I can see right now. So Emily says take emotion out of it. All performance. Hurts was the worst passer throw, 20 yards, 0-7 against playoff teams in a run heavy offense. Hurts is a weak link for offense. But dude, he only played a year and a half of football, bro. Gotta give the man a chance on another full year. I mean, you can't give up on a quarterback after a year and a half of football. He's only played a year and a half of football. That's it. That's all he's played. So Double says, I hope you all had this energy. I have Hurts for a majority of the QBs in NFL history. He's the only QB who isn't allowed to develop a second-round project, just supposed to be perfect day one. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've critiqued Jalen Hurts, but at the same time, I'm going to be realistic. Like, that's why I wasn't bitching about Jalen Hurts beginning of last year, because it was still his rookie season. It was still his rookie season at the beginning of the 21 season. So, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to trade for a quarterback. I didn't want to draft a quarterback this year. I wanted to keep Jalen Hurts for another year. That's what I wanted. I said to build this roster. So I want to build this. I want to build this roster. That's what I want to do this year. And then, give Hurts no excuse. Now he's got no excuse for what he has with him in this offense. No excuse at all. Dan White says 7-1, buddy. Savvy B said Hurts haters everywhere. And then, look, I don't care if anyone doesn't like Jalen Hurts. I'm just stating, I'm just giving him another year. I mean, he could play bad this year. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to play good or bad. I don't know what he's going to do. But what's given to him in this offense right now with A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, you're pretty much crowded at running back right now. And you have one of the top offensive lines in football. So you got no excuse. Kritaga says Joey Hurts is cool. I like him, but Hurts has a few more games than Minshew now and better coaches all his life, yet is a far worse passer, true or false. Minshew's a better passer, but he's been in the league a lot longer. It doesn't mean how many games he's played for the Eagles. He's just been in the league longer. I mean, that's just the way it is. Eagles say, what up? What's going on, Slay? Andrew says Eagles better hope a team with a franchise QB like the Jets pick number one, because that's the only way they'll be able to trade for Stroud or Young. Jerry says, guys, how much do we need to see that we know Hurts isn't the guy? He's just not going to turn to something he has never been. Round says, I was spying into the Giants' YouTube lives, and they are saying that Bradberry is a good choice, so maybe Xavier Rhodes or Chris Harris as an option. But if Epps isn't our safety, get Chuck Clark. Yeah, I mean, they're saying some really good things about Marcus Epps. The players are as well. So I don't know if they have a lot of faith in him being a starter at that position. If we don't get Bradberry, I think Xavier Rhodes is like the main choice I would get, because I think he's going to fit well here. And Gannon knows him. Gannon coached him a couple years ago when he was, 31 years old. I mean, and he played fantastic. He had a breakout year. A guy that came from the Vikings on a big contract, didn't live up to that contract. And Xavier Rhodes is not the same player he used to be, but in a nice role-playing bridge corner position that he's going to play at number 2, I'm totally fine with it. I got no issues with it. Ty says, who the fuck is going to play QB this year then? Yo, Sue, what's going on, bro? What's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, man. Joseph says, Brains Bradberry is worth maybe the most $10 million per year. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't pay him over that. I would not pay him over that, though. Yo, Matt, what's going on, bro? Limit says, Andrew thinks realistically there could be QBs that show out next year and be the next man up. Oh, that dude says that video of Jordan Davis walking into his first practice. Oh my God, he's freaking. I know, dude. Him and Jordan. You look at him next to Kobe Dean. You're like, holy crap! Look at the size of him. Pause. He says bet Commanders or Giants. Would love to have Hurts. I think if he doesn't pan out, if Hurts does not pan out, I feel like as of right now, if Hurts does not pan out this year, I feel like if they put him on the trade block, he'll have a ton of interest. He'll have a ton of interest. You know what I mean? So, Lemon says, you do know how we trade back to get pick for next year, right? Terry says he hasn't even been in a full season or been the same coach more than a year. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much true because he had Doug his first year. So Jordan Davis' nickname should be Big Pickle. Eagles Vibe says, what up with Jacoby Stevens? I had high hopes. He's going to his second year, dude. He was a 6th-round pick? I mean, you got to give him time, yeah. But, I mean, he's a linebacker hybrid. What is he? Linebacker / safety, could play both positions, a good leader. But haven't seen much from him. So, I mean, he's going to his second year. So, I would give him more time. Limit says, who's the not even a playoff QB in the passing lead? MA says, one of my fears Hurts that plays bad and we move on from him. AJ Brown will ask for a trade since they are good friends, and Jalen helped bring down the Philly. I mean, I don't know, because AJ Brown, like, it's going to cost a lot unless the other team pays a lot of his salary. I mean, he's kind of stuck here. His contract is actually really good for the Eagles the next 2 years, for this year and next year. His cap hits are really good. Really good. He's not even the double digits for next year for a cap hit next year. I think it's like 5 point something, 6 point something million next year. And then those 20 something $1 million cap hits come in, the next few years. And then there's like a 30 something $1 million cap hit, I think in 26, something like that. Joe says James Barry is going to get overpaid for the hype. Eagles, Commanders, Cardinals. Several teams are going to outbeat each other for him. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if that's going to be the case, don't waste your money on it. I mean, I'd just go Xavier Rhodes and call it a day. But look what we did with Steven Nelson last year. He had a really good year last year. Matt says if Hurts pans out this year, great. If we don't, he doesn't. It is what it is. At least we give him a chance. And if he don't pan out, then we have to draft QB next year. And if he does, then great. We have a QB. And plus, I think they'll have more picks. I think Minshew will be gone. I think Minshew will get traded somewhat this offseason. I have a feeling it's going to happen. I think Dillard's going to get traded because they're not picking up his $12.5 million, fifth-year option. I feel like there's a lot of – I mean, I think they'll get more picks. Even if they want to trade Jalen Hurts at the end of this year, they can get it done. You know what I mean? And get some, good draft picks for him. So the more draft picks, the better the draft is going to be for Howie Roseman, the more flexibility he's going to have. So Easy Money says, just think Dak sucks. Dak has everything better than Hurts QB. Dak owns Jalen Hurts. We want C-grade Dak. Dak himself will never win. You can't expect the worst player to bring. Oh, well, I'm saying Dak chokes in playoff games and can't do anything in playoff games, but the guy can pass the ball. Okay, the guy can pass to his receivers. The guy can get the ball to his receivers. That I do know. Matt's at the end of at least we gave him a chance whether he pans out or not. Nick said, I keep waiting for Howie to draft the top cornerback he has, and I think we'll fix secondary. I think that's going to go into next year. I think next year, once we get multiple picks, we're going to have more picks next year than what we have now. I think maybe we will. Ryan says, having 2 elite wide receivers is going to help a little. It's going to help a lot. Lemon says, that's the stuff I'm talking about, MVP race. Like what? Don says, Hurts is the winner and leader. You can't call his relievers trash. They say, well, Hurts can't throw. I have a doubt next year will be great. Winners win. Ader says, so with the Honey Badger going to New Orleans, are they keeping Marcus May? Because if he gets cut, May would be a solid ad. I don't know what they're doing with him, honestly. I have no idea. Joseph says, the problem with Jalen Hurts is that you cannot teach accuracy. He's going to have to teach himself. And that's really it. He's going to have to teach himself and call it a day, We got a super chat from Ron Yancey. Thank you so much, man. He said, Peyton Manning set the rookie interception record, 28 picks, and some of it was trying to walk away from Hurts after just over a year of pro ball. Just saying. No, it's true. It's true. He needs more time. But if we do the eye test this year and watch Jalen Hurts this year, and he's making some of the most repetitive mistakes that he's making, it's way too much, and we know it's not going to work out. And it's not going to work out. We're going to tell if he got better or not. We're gonna really tell. So Derzik says, would you rather have Amari, Lamb, Gallup, A.J. Smitty, and Quez? I'm not a big fan of Amari Cooper. Never have been. I like Lamb a lot. Gallup has been injured twice last year, so I wouldn't pay him the money that the Cowboys got him for. I would have him on a cheap. I'd have Gallup as a good number 2, which, that's what he's going to be with the Cowboys, so we'll see. Mike Aryu says, who's going to top Smith, AJ, and God Grant at tight end while Quez and Covey play mismatch in the slot? I think Covey would be a really good third down, gadget wide receiver for slants, go routes, end arounds, jet sweep, something like that. I don't think he's going to have much playing time offensively. He might get a couple snaps here and there, but I think he's going to be mostly special teams. I think that's where it's going to go. Quez, I'm putting him in the slot. He's made a lot of plays out of the slot. So Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert should be fantastic. The Shield says, so am I the only guy who thinks that Carson Strong has a chance to be the starter if Hurts doesn't pan out well? I don't know, dude. I mean, no. I mean, you're probably not the only Carson Strong fan. I mean, I think another team is going to pick him up. If he play, I think he'll give our guys good looks with the arm that he has. But it's really consistency with that arm. I think he has trouble climbing the pocket, pretty much awareness in the pocket. And that's really it. I mean, other than that, I mean, if he gets that short up a little bit and gets a little bit better, I think there's a team that's out there that'll be interested in getting him as a backup to maybe starting him on another team in the future. So you never know. Joe says, best bet fan of Dallas Cowboys plus 10 and 1.5 wins under. Air says, who do you think makes the wide receiver cut? I assume AJ Smitty, Quez we're all locks. That leaves Rager, Pesco, Ward, Hightower, Covey, and Allen for maybe 2 spots. I think it's Pascal and Ward, to be honest with you. I think it's Pascal and Ward. Lewin says, Dub, of course, he would have stats because he had last pass attempts, less mistakes. Jerry says they're going to start Jalen, start off 1-4, put Minshew on Strong, and see the difference with QB you could throw. I want to see if they actually bench him. I mean, I don't know if they're actually going to bench him. I mean, we'll see. But Matt says, by the way, Jordan Davis, I feel is going to be a monster for us on defense, along with Nakobe Dean, and oh boy, it's going to be a fun to watch. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. You just watch what Nakobe Dean. You watch what Nakobe Dean does, but you watch what Jordan Davis does in this pass rush. The guy can pass rush. The guy can get it done. So it says Bradberry is way better than Steven Nelson. Let's not forget he's a quarterback 1, would be a quarterback 2 here and would be awesome. Yeah, no, I think he's better than Steven Nelson 100%. Peyton Manning, best traits, passing, not running, character. Hurts going into a top 3, into year 3. Stop with the delusion. Sean says, at the very least, his mechanics, throwing motion, timing, and his ball placement should be better. Those are all things he worked out on with Tom House. Yeah, I definitely believe that. And Quincy Avery as well. Worked with Quincy Avery that he did work with last year as well. Just got to give the guy time, man. We're gonna find out how much better he did get. We're going to find out. Donald says, to throw the balls you're asking Hurts to throw requires trusting your receivers. How many drops? I trust Rager to blow it. It's so true. Reynolds says Amari isn't even on the Cowboys. He got traded to the Browns in the offseason. Well, no, I mean, what he's just saying in general I mean, I know Amari's with the Cleveland Browns, but I'm just saying he was just mentioning, like, who would you rather have as you're starting? We got a super chat from Jason Perro. Thank you so much, man. He says, listen, I'm calling it now. Hurts is going to have 35 touchdowns and 3,500 yards, passing only 600 yards, rushing, and quiet all haters. I hope he proves it. At the end of the day, like, this is going to be better for us. If Hurts works out, you have 2 first-round picks and a second to do whatever the hell you want with next year. If Hurts can work out, sky's the limit for this team. Sky's the limit for this team. And then you got to build this roster even better. I mean, this team is getting better, guys. I mean, it's between the past 2 drafts, very well. And this draft was, holy crap, was so much better than last year, obviously, because we had more flexibility, more picks at the end of the day. We got Mex Alex says, thanks for all the Eagles content, bro. No, appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming in and listening. Dell says, Drew Brees, another one, but by the Clowns' logic, they would have been done with Brees and Peyton Manning after struggling year 1. Funny thing is, Hurts didn't struggle that bad. GG, man, what's going on, man? What's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good day, dude. We had 277 in the chat, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining the stream today. Rookie minicamp just started today. Definitely going to have some videos out tomorrow and some other stuff just to talk about what's going on every day. We're going to be streaming every day. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Like the stream if you guys haven't. And check out the description and the pinned comment for more memberships to the Shake Squad Army. We do cover other content as well that I can't put on YouTube. So extra content, it's cheap. Definitely check out some of the content up in the pinned as well. So thank you so much, guys, for coming in. Jay said it's going to Hurts if it doesn't work out. It's going to Hurts. So we should trade for Ridley so we can have. Oh, hold on. We should trade for Ridley so we can have him for next year. Give them a 5th next year. Yeah, I mean, they could do that if they want. I mean, they could be interested. They could say, you know what, he's going to be cheap. I mean, I don't know how many years he's got. He's got 2 years left on his contract, I think. Though, I can tell they don't or haven't played football. They think this sport is easy and you're just supposed to come in and dominate at the hardest position, football. Well done, production. Say easy money. How do you know that? Have you worked with him? Joe says, I'm saying Drew Brees would not have been elite and did not play in the offense in that dome for all those years. That's what I'm saying. Let's see here. Donald McNeil says, but if Hurts doesn't pan out, we now have an offense a proven veteran would love to be a part of. No, I definitely agree. Definitely agree. Rayleigh Handel says, I'm extremely excited for Britton Covey to make our roster. I'm gripping a Kelly Green of his. I'm excited for Britton Covey. If you guys haven't checked out Britton Covey highlights, undrafted from Utah, wide receiver, is probably the yak yard king. I mean, you thought Devin Allen was fast at 4.3. This guy runs 4.4, but doesn't look like it. But he has more tools in his toolbox. He is one of the most slippery special teamers I haven't seen in a long time. So definitely check out Britton Covey. No joke. Philly Yuan says, give the boy a like. Appreciate it so much, man. Howard says the Hurts needs 3,500 plus passing yards, around 25 passing touchdowns. I don't think that unrealistic based off of last year. All his running is a bonus. Kritaga says, Joey, to correct him, it's because Hurts has 30 games and Minshew has 27 games experience, so Hurts has more experience. I'm not talking about Hurts versus Minshew. I'm just talking in general of how many games he's played. I mean, Minshew has more experience. So I don't care if Minshew played more games, if Hurts played more games than Minshew. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. Savage says Jalen is the guy for at least this year. Ryan Lizard says, I like Bradberry, but I'd love to see what Mario and Joby can do. And I've been saying this since we signed them. And now if we get Bradberry, they won't get much field time. Mayor says, Joseph, your NFL knowledge lacks. You sound goofy. Roland says, Nick Sirianni on a live press conference right now. Also, practice must be over. I mean, it's only for a couple hours. So Matt says, so glad I finally got my mic this month. It's been long overdue. Well, I'm waiting for you to get on, bro. Stuart says Covey got them short legs. They move 100 miles an hour. He's so quick. I'm telling you, it's going to be something special. Right, so Rand says, Joey, I've watched Covey's tape. You did at least one times a day trying to will him into existence. I'm telling you. I saw your comments on that video and the membership video. It's going to be fun. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Sean says, why does Covey seem to get faster after his first cut? That boy can fly. I don't know. He turns into another gear. I want him as a kick returner. I want him to get some space with the ball in his hands. I want him to just create these big runs. I really do want it. Gigi says, I think Anthony Harris is more of a problem than Epps, to be honest. I mean, look, Anthony Harris, I think, had a solid, okay year last year, but we had no pass rush. Our linebackers didn't do anything last year. I mean, TJ Edwards had a solid year, but we didn't blitz. We gave quarterbacks too much respect last year. I mean, the safeties can only do so much when everything else is kind of falling apart. So Anthony Harris was the smart move to bring back, then Ronnie McLeod. Ronnie McLeod's been dealing with so many injuries. So Ron says, boy, I'm excited about Dean. Hands down my favorite pick in this draft. He will be the greatest third-round steal in history. He will be a generational talent, dude. I swear. I see more in him. He plays with heart. He just plays with so much aggression. And he's smart. I mean, he's just smart, too. So it says around this handle facts. Matt says, you see the Kenobi? Oh, yes. Yes. I've watched it probably a million times already. Lemon says, SQB as well time could throw the football. We're going to find out, dude. We're going to find out. We're going to find out the truth of Jalen Hurts and what he's going to bring to the table this year. We're going to find out. I mean, look, I wanted to keep Jalen Hurts this year, build your roster, do it. Look, the Eagles are not looking at this year as a Super Bowl year. I mean, it's not a competing year this year. I mean, yes, they want to compete, but at the end of the day, this draft was supposed to be a long-term draft. This wasn't supposed to be something they needed right now, and they were going to take right now. But I think with some of the players that they were getting out of this draft, they didn't think were going to be available. And I think they got better players than they thought that they were going to get out of this draft. So I totally agree with that. GG Man says, what do you think about undrafted free agent running back Howard Jr.? Howard Jr.'s interesting because he is a power back. He is a pure bruiser back, so obviously not a lot of speed, but runs through the tackles really well. He can get more yards upon contact. He's good with that, average 4 or 5 yards a carry. I mean, I think he's good. I mean, depending if the Eagles want to use a guy like him, he could catch as well. He could go out as a passer. as a receiver as well. So they've used him. They've thrown the ball to him a few times, not much. But I don't know, depending on what the Eagles are if they're going to have 4 running backs this year, you have Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell. Now, Jason Huntley, really hasn't had a big chance. And, they have in Kennedy Brooks from Oklahoma that they're going to see what he could do. And I think, last year when they kept 7 linebackers and then they only kept 2 running backs, I feel like now they might actually keep 4 running backs. If they keep 4, I think Kennedy Brooks and Howard Jr. are going to be in competition for that 4th spot if that's going to be the case. So we're going to see. I just want to see if Howard Jr. could kind of move up to the NFL level with his skill set of being a bruiser. So I don't know what he's going to bring to the I know he's going to bring to the table, but I don't know if it's going to transcend to the NFL. So we'll see how he plays. We'll see. I do like him though. Jerry says, how does Minshew have more experience if he played less games? That makes 0 sense. He has more experience because he's been a starter. He's been a starter in the league before. He started with the Jags in 2020. Okay. He has been around. This isn't Minshew's first time starting a couple games. Minshew has a lot more experience as a starter than Hurts does. That's the truth. And he's just a different quarterback than Hurts because he's more of a passing quarterback. There's just more experience there. So, those that Hurts could throw the football. What are you talking about? Stop acting like Tebow. Sean says, I hope either Kaiser or Dean brings a new nastiness to our defense. I want us to be mean, no friend type-ish. I don't like all that running down to the end zone after a turnover, rock somebody. Yeah, that's what I want, dude. I'm excited for Kaiser White. I think he was definitely a big steal, and that apparently the Eagles had a lot of interest in him since the first day of free agency and didn't think they were going to get him whatsoever. So it actually worked out for him. Don says it's going to be totally different offense. Sure, Joey can throw a touchdown with the ones that will appear this year. Mark says draft picks rarely show themselves. Measurements mean little, but he's played 21 games, equivalent to a 1/4 of the season. Come on, I hear the negative BS, but that's not enough for. No, I don't think it's enough either. I think it's going to be enough this year once he has A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and now Dallas Goedert. So, I mean, he's got a loaded offense now. If Jalen Hurts can't pan out for what he's got on the field right now, then I don't know, because I think any team would want A.J. Brown right now. Matt says, sub this man, smash the like button for all the effort he puts in and bring us the best content possible. Deserves all the subs he can get for the work. I appreciate it so much, man. Thank you so much, man. Jordan Howard's a free agent, dude. He's not here. Let's see here. Muzhead says, any news on Bradberry? I know we kind of need to fill that spot, but he gets burnt every time. Yeah, there's really hasn't been much, but all I've heard was that the Eagles have interest, Commanders have interest, and the Giants could be releasing him this week from what it sounds like. Sue says, I don't know what we see in the Howard guy. He even played linebacker. He even played linebacker 1 year at Georgia Tech. I didn't know that. I didn't even know he played linebacker for a year. Dole says, y'all do remember Dak and Russell early in their careers, McNabb, because y'all talking like they don't have those players Hurts compares to. Let's see here. We got George Burwell. What's going on, man? He says, what's going on, Joey? After the rookies press conference today, you could definitely tell we have some young, hungry dogs this year, and Nakobe Dean is just showing how much of a mistake to pass on him. I'm telling you, there's going to be teams that are going to be biting their nails after what he's going to do with the Eagles. That grit he's going to bring to that position for years. Let's see. Brand says, Bradberry is good. He got beat with the Giants because they had no pass rush. Double says, now you don't care about college, which is it? Man, there's a big fight going on right now. Yo, Berto, 824. What's up, Joey? Fly goes fly. Fly goes fly to you, dude. Thank you for coming in the stream, man. And so Hurts also spot Bam at 2-2 ain't nothing special. Reggie says, Joey, Matt Corral jersey giveaway when Shakes hit 17K subscribers. I don't know. Philly's telling me to keep the jersey. Philly's actually telling me to keep the damn jersey, so I'm just going to keep it for now. I'm just going to keep it, I guess. I guess that's the way it's going to go. Limit says, hey, double, you named Burrow. Q can throw better than he can run. He was with the Super Bowl last year. I'm awake. Are you says Covey runs like he's got eyes all over his body and vision is stupid, nasty, talking about a different breed. I'm a big fan of Britton Covey and what he does on special teams. Got to check his highlights out. That guy will fit try to find as much little space as possible as the size of a mouse hole. I'm not even kidding. Limit says, also tell me, Double, who won the Super Bowl last year? We got to fight. We got to fight over quarterbacks. Stewart says, that's sick that Dean is bringing 17 to the defensive side, where it probably is going to be looked a lot different on the defensive side. But I like it, though. Andrew says, if Covey gets a rough spot, then Ward is out, can only keep so many wide receivers. Yeah, it just depends, man. We'll see. We will see. So undrafted guys are signed. They are signed, ready to go. I'm pumped, dude. I am pumped. I'm pumped for these new guys coming right in here. I mean, the draft is looking so good right now. Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean. You trade for A.J. Brown. A lot of good dogs in here. God, Jordan Davis, man. Holy crap. Jordan Davis is just holy crap. Whew. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Crazy, crazy. So Carson Strong is number 8. So he is number 8 as of right now. Does a Stafford, a veteran QB, has developed a ton of weapons, one, not a rookie quarterback. Curtis says, you think Covey will make more sense at running back, or is that a tough chance? I mean, no, for him it won't, because he's actually played that position, but not really used as a running back, but used on the jet sweeps or used on some of the end around plays. Like they use him as like that third down, that third down receiver that, they use him on go routes, slant routes. I mean, something easy to use with his speed to get those easy first downs. So Aaron said, whoever makes the wire here, please have Rager get a bus ticket out of town. Yeah, maybe Ward. Ward could be gone, man. It could happen. Jesse says, how many wins do you see the Eagles getting? I need to see the schedule, but as of right now, from what it looks like, I mean, they from what they have offensively, they should score 30 points a game. I mean, there's no excuse not to score that, 30 points. I think they could win 8 to 10 games, 10 plus if they really surprise me. So we'll see. We'll see. Brandon says player props are Embiid. It looks like he will play his player prop. Is he playing today? I heard he's playing today. I heard he's playing tonight. What is it tonight? Games tonight. Reese says Covey, 25 years old. He must or did his Mormon mission. Andrew says, can Howie swallow his pride enough to cut Rager? I think they're trying to trade him or something. I think he wants out. I don't know. I think Rager has wanted out since the beginning of this offseason. Ari says, Jefferson Jr., great fit. Be honest, we don't need a corner. The opposite team has 3 seconds to throw it. You guys are fighting over this stuff. Ron says, give Covey 3 inches of space and he's gone. Dude's got a heart too. You can tell he's tough. No, I mean, even on some of the drives, some of the runs, and he'll run to a bunch of people and still run his feet. This guy doesn't give up on a play. He doesn't run out of bounds and just take the play of what it is. He will run into guys, find an open space, or run to as many guys as possible and get those extra yards. That's what he does. I love his effort. I think his effort's fantastic. Don says that moment when Jordan Davis meets Derrick Henry in the middle. Yeah, I want to see that matchup. I want to see that matchup real bad. Let's see here. Yeah, he's playing with the mask. Yeah, I figured. Joe said, I believe the whole NFC East is going to come down to the last several games of the season. We're going to be bunched up. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I feel like we will. I think the NFC East is wide open because I don't really think any team got better, to be honest with you. Besides, like maybe Washington with Carson, but I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't think any team like drastically got better. I think the Giants obviously got better because of the draft. I think they had probably one of the best drafts, to be honest. Josh says, Joey's quote of the day, Jordan Davis is just holy crap. This is Rodney. If I didn't believe he should be France QB coming out of college, I have to believe in him. Brand says the Redskins are going to be better than Dallas this year. Dallas is only the worst offseason of any team in the NFL. Yeah, I think they take a step back because their offensive line is not going to be as good. Yeah, CD is the number one receiver right now. Gallup's coming back from injury right now. I mean, Zeke's getting paid $18 million this year. Tony Pollard is the better back, obviously. Defensively, I think they'll play well. Offensively, I think they take a little bit of a step back. I think they'll still be good, but I think they'll take a step back a little bit. So, no Amari Cooper there anymore, so we'll see. Lemon says said give the dude a year, but I don't think he's going to fare well. Sabi said, I get being worried about Hurts' potential. There's plenty of things he doesn't do well. All we could do is watch how the year goes. I mean, that's all we could do, man. That's it. I mean, we're going to find out. All this bickering back and forth, he's starting this year, so people just got to man up and just deal with it. I mean, he's going to start this year, and we're going to find out. He could be a failure after week 5, 6 of the season. Who knows? You never know. We'll see, though. Mike says, I just want to see Hurts outplay Wentz. That will make my year, and that's what I want to see. I don't want Carson Wentz beating us at the link. I do not want that to happen. Matt says it'll be awful if Sixers get swept by them. It'll really be disgusting like we did finally get past the second round because it always seems to be our kryptonite. Emmanuel Garcia says, Joey, if I see Jordan Davis chase down Derrick Henry, I'm calling it a good pick. Ron says, I can see a world where Davis doesn't absolutely just flat back Henry. Bryce says, what more do we need to do to be a legit team? We just need to pass the ball better. We need to blitz. We need pass rush. I mean, we need to do almost everything, to be honest, just to get a little bit better. Vinny G-Man says, how close do you really think Bradberry to the Eagles? I don't know if it's that close. I mean, we're just hearing they're aggressively pursuing him, but we've heard that a million times for soon-to-be free agents of this past year. So I wouldn't go crazy with it. But he could be released, and the Eagles could have a lot of interest. So I don't know if it's going to be close. I mean, it could depend on if a few teams get involved. It could depend on money. If he gets over $10 million, I'm not going after him. I'm not even touching it. I'm going to go get Xavier Rhodes right now. I'm not even caring about it, to be honest. Trump said Jalen has to start as a reward for bringing a stud wide receiver. The Shield says Nakobe Dean is going to be the next Sam Mills, undersized linebacker that constantly made plays all over the field. Joe says just like Gruden, what's the Raiders? Sean Payton will be get paid a ton of money to save the Cowboys, just like the Raiders and Gruden. Ron says I can't see a world where Davis doesn't absolutely flat back Henry. Davis is a beast, man. He is. He's going to be really good. Guys are going to love him. Brand said, watch the skill position talent is underrated. Gibson, Dotson, McLaurin, Brown, Eagles to improve their secondary. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I totally agree. I think the offense for Washington's going to be good. Yeah, Curtis Samuel coming back from injury. They get Dotson. I think Dotson was a big reach, but they get Dotson. They have Terry McLaurin. They have good running backs. They have a good offensive line. I mean, I think sky's the limit for Washington this year if Wentz, pans out, Rich says Heineke will be the starter for the Commanders by week 5. Curtis said, would you want to get Julio Jones or Odell for the slot? No. Why? We have Quez Watkins. Quez Watkins made plays out of the slot last year. Don said, Wentz will not make it out of the game if he's healthy when we play. Living says, Brand, scary Terry, not too scary to slay. Savvy says, if Nakobe Dean was our steal pick in the draft, I think Kyron Johnson was a sleeper pick. We could really be effective in that pass rush. Yeah, I think as a depth defensive end, he's going to play really well. He's got a really quick first step. He's got a nastiness edge to him, which I really do like. So the Eagles were aggressive and moved up for him for a reason. So and we found out why. Nick says Chuck Clark or Bradberry. I say Chuck Clark because there's not much out there at safety free agents and to trade for. I think you're going to give up a couple mid-rounders, but that's really it. Corner-wise, there's a lot out there. Joe Hayden, Xavier Rhodes, Kyle Fuller. There's a lot of potential out there for corner. Like there's a lot of options out there. So I think I would rather have Chuck Clark because he can move around the field as well. So they can move him all over the place. Kayon says, why are so many people excited about undrafted free agents? Because we always hit on undrafted free agents every year. TJ Edwards was undrafted. You know what I mean? We hit on guys, you know? We hit on guys all the time. So Joe says that Jack Stahl as well is undrafted. I totally forgot about Jack Stahl. They gave him a lot of money last year, and he's a backup tight end, but still he's on the roster. I mean, you take an undrafted guy, even if he's a backup, who cares? And that could play. Joseph said, I don't believe nobody that good or bad in the NFC East will be bunched up, and you're going to have to win your home division games. They will be huge. Matt says, yeah, Bradberry definitely wouldn't be worth over 10. I wouldn't give him that. If that's what he's going to get, I wouldn't give him that. Yo, Ryan, what's going on, man? Limit says, Joseph Nas, Cowboys, Eagles drop off Washington, the Giants. Sean says, when Reddick is rotated for brother packages, teams got to deal with Kyron solid pick, Howie. No, 100%. 100%. You got to deal with Hassan Reddick. You got to deal with Kyron Johnson and the rest of this defensive line. You know, guys moving around. Zary says, I feel like Wentz is going to be seeing a ghost at the link. Yeah, it might be the case. It might be the case. So damn, I think they showed Carson Strong throw to Britton Covey, and that holy crap, dude. Holy crap. That's all I gotta say. Mel Garcia says, I'm going to be honest, Joey. I want to see us have an actual top 10 running back, but I say I love Boston Scott and Jason Huntley. With this offensive line you have right now, you won't need a top running back in the league. You really don't. I mean, look, if it's successful, great, but I don't know if Miles Sanders is going to get a big contract after this year. I have no idea. They brought in 2 running backs undrafted. Okay, they brought in 2 running backs as of right now. Doesn't mean that he's done after this year, but it's going to be a big year for Miles Sanders. See what's going to happen. This is his contract year for him, so I don't know what's going to happen with him. Let's see. You got Double says, I think Gainwell goes off this year. I totally agree. Totally agree. That's Sam Howell licking his chops at Wentz job like it's lunchtime. Aaron says, I'm honestly really hoping Hurts takes a leap in elite quarterback because there are some insanely good cornerback safeties in this draft next year. Imagine having Hurts to be elite and adding Ringo in battle. Yeah, I totally agree. If Hurts works out, you won't have to waste 2-3 picks to move up for a quarterback because you have to move up top 5. It's not going to be like this year we can move up easily because most teams are what we're wanting to trade back in this draft. So moving up wasn't going to cost that much. But Sean says, I think Tart over Clark. At least I'm leaning more towards Tart. Joe says, trust me, I'm a Giants fan. He is not even worth $10 million. I don't think he is either. Not 10 or more, I wouldn't pay him. Vinny G says, I actually think big year for Hurts and Daniel Jones. Hopefully Giants are a sleeper, but I think you will win the division. It's hard to win everything brand new with the Giants. Well, no, I mean, yeah, the coach, I mean, that's what I could take back. So what's going to hold the Giants back this year is probably just there's way too many pieces on the coaching staff. It's just way too much, moving pieces, new pieces around. And Daniel Jones, has to have, this is a contract year for Daniel Jones. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option. So, the Giants don't have another first-round pick for next year either. And from what I'm hearing, they're cap strapped as of right now. So, I mean, they got a lot of decisions to make going after this year. So it really depends on Daniel Jones. Donald said, I think a look at Earl Thomas. If he has anything left, we could sign him to an extremely team-friendly 1-year deal. I'm not interested in Earl Thomas. He hasn't played since 2019. I don't like his attitude. I don't like how he left the league either, or not really left the league, but just how he's just not playing now. Not a really big fan. Not really a big fan of it. Just saying. Trump says, can we rush Kavon on one side, Hassan on the other on 3rd and 10, 3rd and 10 or more? I think we can. George said, I thought Bradberry got released today. Unless I missed something, I don't think he did. I don't think he got released yet. I haven't seen any news. Ace says, I like Xavier as an option. I think Xavier Rhodes is going to be the perfect option because Gannon coached him when he was the corner coach of the Colts a couple of years ago. Because I think he just knows him as a player and knows how to use him, his strengths, his weaknesses. Like, I just think he knows a lot more about him as a player. So I wouldn't mind bringing him in. Which King Agamar says, how many receivers do you think we're keeping? Oh man, I don't know. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Greg Ward. I think they're keeping five or six. And Rager's got to get cut. Rager's got to get cut, man. Just get rid of him, dude. I just don't want him here. Shows his Covey on screens could be worth the price of admission alone. Oh, 100%, dude. 100%. I totally agree with that. That's really all you're going to need to use him for, to be honest. Eden says, keep Jason Huntley on the roster. I think he's their best running back. They haven't used him, dude. Like, they haven't. I don't know if he's going to have a chance. He's not really given a chance either. You know what I mean? I think Jason Huntley's going to be a good I think he is a good running back, but I just don't think that it's just a crowded running back room right now. Corey Real says a 4.3 at defensive end is crazy. Kyron could be the steal. Yeah, 4.38, dude. Kyron Johnson ran a 4.38. You watched the video of him running that 40, and all the scouts were turning their heads, and they were, like, looking at each other like they were shocked. They were totally shocked. BLSG, what's going on, man? Carla Real says, I wish BG was my friend so he could big me up like he did Barnett, knowing he's average at best. Niggy says, I'll be back going to look at Kenny Brooks tape. Yeah, definitely look at it. Look, runs really good between the tackles. Not fast. Runs a 4.59. But what takes him far is his vision. He's got really good vision. And he goes into another gear when he passes the tackles, when he runs through the tackles. So, VG Man says Jordan Davis is scary. Opinion on Thibodeau. I like a Thibodeau a lot. That's who I want the Eagles to draft an edge rusher. If it wasn't, obviously, I was a big Ojabo fan. I thought that's what the Eagles were going after from the beginning. And then after Ojabo got hurt, the Eagles signed Derek Barnett. And then I like Thibodeau a lot because I think he's going to bring a nastiness to that edge. He's got a really good bull rush. Knows how to strip the football. I think he's going to be a really good player for the Giants. I like him. I wanted him in this past draft. So, Giants are working on a restructure. Oh, Giants are working on a restructure for Bradberry. Yeah, it could save him some more cap because if they release him, they save $10 million. So maybe they could save up more cap. Maybe they could save at least the same amount of cap or maybe more cap while keeping him. So we'll see. Let's see here. I think that's it. I'm not seeing much of anything else. Kurt says, even if Hurts does do good, does it really prove he's a good quarterback with all that talent around him? Yeah, I mean, that's what he needs, dude. Like, that's what I wanted Howie to build this roster around Jalen Hurts a lot more, and adding AJ Brown totally spiced things up. I think the Eagles got the best receiver core in the East right now. They could, even better than Washington. I think they can have a better receiving core. It's really up to Jalen Hurts. If the receivers are only going to play well if Jalen Hurts plays well, okay, and that's just it. Joe saying another one. There are three groups where most Pro Bowler play come from. There's a dude. I was telling people to be more realistic about DK or Brown, but we got him. And this is even when I made the video on AJ Brown working out with Jalen Hurts, people were killing me on that comment section, saying I was just doing stuff for clickbait and this. I cover everything that happens of who they're working out with and stuff like that. I always put out news like that. I got destroyed by that comment section when I made that video on all these guys about him working out with Jalen Hurts. And then I got crapped on for it. But look what happened. You never know what could happen, guys. Curtis says Eagles normally key 5 receivers. Who's practice squad receivers? I mean, at this point, like, practice squad, mostly it's probably Devon Allen. It could be Britton Covey. It depends what they're doing with Rager. Really, I feel like they're going to put Rager on special teams still. It could be Britton Covey. Could be Devon Allen. I don't know. Matt says, I'll help Rager pack his bags and send him on his way. Sue says, are you watching the Sixers? I'll be watching them tonight. I'll be watching them for Game 3 tonight. So they need to win. Playing in Philly tonight. So let's play 5-2. I have Reddick, Hargrave, Cox, Davis, and Graham all on the line with Dean and White running everyone down behind them. That's going to be crazy. Brandon says if the Eagles did have given Barnett the dumb contract, they'd have much more money to get Bradberry. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, I don't want to pay Bradberry that much. I don't want to pay him 10 plus million a year. It's not going to happen. Just get Xavier Rhodes. It's going to work out better. I'm telling you. Mike says, please, no serious injuries in camp. Yeah, that's definitely another one. Gotta make sure we stay healthy. Jay says, Joey, I'm a Steelers fan. My Steelers play Eagles this season. Can you stream it? I'm gonna be streaming every game this year. So Brian says, other than Bradberry, who's the Philadelphia Eagles interested in that cornerback? There's been no news on who else they're interested in. It's just been Bradberry. All I've been hearing about Bradberry. That's it. Monterey says, I like Xavier Rhodes. He could play an excellent role in cornerback 2 position. Plus, the guy experience. Yeah, he got experience with Gannon. Gannon used to be the cornerback coach for the Colts a couple of years ago, and that's when Xavier Rhodes had a really big year. So I definitely agree. Bringing in Rhodes is going to be cheap, and you don't have to worry about giving him more money. Because really, at the end of the day, like, is Bradberry going to be a long-term piece for the Eagles? Probably not. It's going to be a short-term deal, but a lot of money. But is it worth paying him that much money on a short-term deal? No. Xavier Rhodes is going to cost what, a year for a $2 million? It's not going to cost much. Xavier Rhodes is going to be dirt cheap, but he's going to bring a lot of productivity. He's not what he used to be, but he's going to be a nice bridge for us at number 2. So, but I think him and I think he'll be teamed up well. He'll be paired up well. So, Brand says Sanders is going to have much of a market. He is a good runner, but he's nothing special as a receiver out of the backfield. Teams can always draft another running back. The problem with Sanders is that I love the way Doug used him on his rookie year when he had him in the passing game. I mean, he would be a much better player right now. I don't think Nick is using Miles Sanders to his full advantage of what he's capable of. I would put him in the passing game. They're not going to do it. So Sanders already has to stay healthy as it is right now. So we'll see. We'll see. Steve, I love seeing Cowboys fans say they had a better offseason than Philly and are going 12-4. Talk about delusional. That is delusional. Master, remember when you got destroyed by Carson Wentz in 2020 and look what happened? Yeah, after the first day, in 2020, I literally, after that first game from Carson Wentz in 2020 against Washington, okay, I made a video saying there's something wrong with Carson Wentz. Like, something is wrong with him. Like, there's something going on because he does not seem like he's the same player. And people bash me after. And I understand I'm getting bashed because after it's the one game. You know what I mean? But I got bashed for that too. And I end up being right about it. So, it's just crazy. Jason, did I tell you I'm getting Kenny Pickett jersey? Nice. I hope he works out over there. I really hope he works out. Vinny G said finally the East is getting better again with the Cowboys aren't. Love it. Gotta agree on that. Gotta agree. Jake gets cakes. Last year, the run block was great, but the pass blocking sucked. Yeah. Mike said Earl Thomas owns teammates wanting him gone in Baltimore. Matt says, Jacob, I think he will be really good for y'all. Charles Craig says, Joey, do you think we'll be blitzing more? Oh, we better. I mean, we've gotten six or more quarterbacks, 80% or more completion percentage. I mean, I think Justin Herbert had like a 91% completion percentage. I mean, we look, Derek Carr was like Joe Montana, 31 for 34. I mean, that shit just can't happen. It just can't happen. Jordan Davis' helmet looks big. Brandon said the Rhodes had a solid season, but he's not fast enough to play on the outside, and he's had a lot of injury issues. Was he injured last year? Mike said, do you think where we stand with the cap right now? I have no idea where we are. I think it's like $8 million. I think it's like $8 million or something like that. From what somebody told me, that's what somebody told me. So I don't know if that's true. I heard it was like $8 million. Aaron says Jordan Davis probably going to need that helmet from from Spaceballs. His dome so big. Ron said, I really held it for Rager for a while. I defended him. I said, give him more time. But after seeing how he handles the fans and his social media, could be more over a player. I totally agree. Once I see that off the field stuff, it just makes me disgusted. It really does. Cameron says, Joey Shakes, what cornerback do you want the most in terms of playing at a high level and being cost effective? It's going to be Xavier Rhodes. I mean, that's why, everyone's like, oh, Xavier Rhodes is this and Joe Hayden's this. And, I mean, this is why these guys are still free agents. Like they're not perfect. Okay. But I think Xavier Rhodes would be an upgrade over Steven Nelson. I think it would be an upgrade. Thursday says Sanders was our only deep threat that year. Yeah, it's no joke, man. No joke. Because Deshaun Jackson was hurt after the first game. Pretty much. Eagles should get James Bradberry. Tell him to prove himself. He's worth a good amount. We should also get Trey Flowers, good edge rusher. Vinny said Giants trade Bradberry. We will probably sell for Jimmy Smith from Baltimore. Bradberry is better than Rhodes. Joe says 246 watching, only 104 likes. Please hit the like button. Thank you. I appreciate it, Joe. Yeah, get those likes up, guys. Appreciate it so much. Chan says Jordan Davis was a triple team. He's a freak of nature, dude. Imagine these linebackers have so much fun blitzing with those double teams and triple teams. That what he's going to bring out. Matt says Jordan Davis is a scary man on a mission. I'm good, Ryan. How are you, bro? Just 11 mil after draft sign. Not bad. Definitely can land a starter. Brandon said the Eagles aren't going to get Smith. He's going to be more than $9 million a year. We will see. We will see. See if there's anything else going on right now. There's some news coming out about Carson Strong and his first day. He says Nick Sirianni impressed with undrafted free agent Carson Strong's ability to call plays, not have to rely on the sideline. He's sharp, knows where to go with the football. He's got a big arm. Yep. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I mean, look, Carson Strong is already showing some really, really good things coming out of the first day of minicamp. So definitely going to be very interesting. Interesting enough. Let's see here. Russ says, I've seen the schedule. I say 11 or 12 wins. Jeff Tide says, strong season. Andrew says, I'm on board with Rhodes, cheap and familiar with Gannon. Sue says, do you play fantasy football? I used to. Not anymore. I'm too biased now. I can't do it. I wish I could. Drew says, what is Eagles reporting without QB controversy? Sean says, Strong will get Minshew spot. However, I don't know much about his knee issues. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know what he looked like. And they're not playing live, so it's not like he has defensive guys coming after him. He's just throwing the ball right now. So, I feel like there will be a Minshew trade sooner or later. I feel he will get traded. I just have that feeling. That's what I get. That's what I get. So we'll see though. Sue says, what do you draft all Eagles players? Yeah. I couldn't do it. Rylan Yates says, Joey, I'm going to head out, my man. Thank you for the stream. Great show. Nakobe Dean is Philadelphia Eagle, baby. That's what I'm talking about, Rylan. Thank you for coming in, man. Thank you so much, dude. Miles, are we going to have another Hurts Carson quarterback controversy? Another Hurts Carson controversy. Savvy B said, at least Howie's trying to force Davis into game instead of Rager this year. Quinn says, outside of yesterday, any news of Bradberry? There's nothing. No, nothing at all. Where's Minshew getting traded to? I don't know. It really depends on if quarterbacks get hurt or they're just a team that's going to take a chance on him. He's cheap. He's only a little over 900,000 for the year, so he's technically really cheap. We'll see what happens. But we're gonna go another couple minutes, guys. I want to do like an hour and a half stream. We'll be back tomorrow with another stream, but we'll go another couple minutes and then we'll head out for today. I'll have some videos out for tomorrow, channel memberships for tomorrow. Definitely check out the channel memberships if you guys haven't, either in the description and the pinned comment in the live chat as well for the extra content. Doesn't matter what tier that you do get, you get everything. So Brand Cat says it will be just to see if Strong gets reps in preseason first team guys. I mean, look, if they don't they have to give Hurts reps in preseason. They can't just sit him and be like, we're going to sit him for 3 weeks or give him like 2 series. Like they have to play him for a whole half. They got to play Hurts for a whole half, at least with some starters, not with all starters. Maybe play Hurts with the starters for a quarter, at least for this is what I would do with Jalen Hurts. I would play him for a couple series first game. Second game, do it as a dress rehearsal and play him for a half. Okay, and then the third game, rest him. That's it. I would say third game, put him in for a couple series and then just rest him. I wouldn't just go the whole entire, third preseason game without him, getting any snaps, but appreciate it, Zeb. But, we'll find out. We'll see, guys. We'll see. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll have more videos out tomorrow on, what's going on at minicamp and everything like that. So definitely check it out. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what time, probably around the same time, most likely in the afternoon, early, probably late morning, early afternoon, something like that. And that's pretty much it. So we will be back tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. If you're new, subscribe. Like the stream if you guys haven't before you leave. And I will see you on the next one tomorrow. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. See you later, guys.